All right, good evening, everyone. It is March 10th, and tonight's Stay True team call, we're going to talk about some onboarding processes and why we must go through those processes the same with every single coach that we bring on our team. So I'm going to show you where to find the emails and everything like that. This could be completely redundant to some of you guys, okay? And I get that. But as we're bringing on new coaches, I just, we need to be aware that some of them um, may not be, may not see these resources or know where they're at. So even though we all may know where they are, or maybe you'll learn something tonight and find out where they are, I'm going to go through and just show you guys and explain the importance of having a system that we can bring coaches on board to. So first off, though, I'm going to give some recognition. This past week, as far as team volume points, we totally rocked it. I had to keep making the font size smaller and smaller on the picture that I created. I'm trying to bring up that picture on my phone here so I can read off the names. But yeah, I kept having to make the text size smaller and smaller. So that's awesome. That just means that more people are qualifying to get recognized. And I've mentioned this before, but I'll mention it again. In order to get recognized for team volume points, for any given week, you have to have a total of greater than 100 volume points in order to get your name on the Team Stay True picture and get recognized. So that should be a goal of each of ours every week, is to get at least 100 team volume points and get recognized. So let me go ahead and get to it here. So leading the charge was Beth Akins with 600 points, followed by Summer Dorsey. Good job, Summer. She had 367. Kieran Stout had 310. Tina Sparks, 300. Gretchen Namoff, 285. Jason Knack, 221. Todd Kreitz, 215. I forgot my own name on here, but I would have fallen in there at the 210 mark. Kelly Plaskelik, 210. Beto Walker, 210. Alyssa Ketterman, 210. Or Elisa Ketterman. Is she on the call? Okay, she can't correct me. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Lindsay Steeprock, 189. Sean Perrin, 180. Katie Daugherty, 180. Lindsay Fleming, 180. Norma Miller, 165. Christina Schneider, 160. Mark Vandervoort, 154. Abigail Cash, 139. Travis Carpenter, 135. Courtney Schultz, 135. Billy Pierce, 135. Rachel Wacker, 135. Jennifer Novak, 135. Alicia Kelly, 135. Tammy Rothacker, 120. Tiffany Hughes, 120. Good job, Tiffany. Lori Berger, 120. Sol Roberts, Sol, 105. And Jessica Mag, 105. So like I mentioned, that list keeps growing. The font size keeps having to get smaller. So that's awesome. I'm not going to complain about that at all. So for tonight's call, like I mentioned, it's going to be on bringing on new coaches. And what I'd really like to do is, after I show you guys the information and where to find the information, what I'd like to do is open it up for a Q&A in case you guys have any questions. Let me go ahead and I'm going to share my screen here. All right, so if you go to Team Stay True, maybe. Okay, there we go. So yeah, go to Team Stay True, and in the Files tab, you will see, you'll have to scroll down here a little bit to find it, but it is called New Coach Emails. Send these to all new coaches. So all you got to do is open up that tab, and this is where you'll find the new coach emails, okay? Now, they have the links to the document. I figured that would be the easiest way to do it so that we don't have any problems with converting it from one format to another. So I just created Google Doc links to have you guys go to. So, and what I do, guys, when I'm sending these to new coaches, I do say, listen, this might sound like a formatted email because it is. All right. And I explained to them that we have systems and processes in place so that any coach on our team, whether you've been a coach for 5 years or whether you've been a coach for 5 days, is able to duplicate and do what we do here as a coach. Okay. So that's our goal here. And that should be your goal as you're building your team. If you're a leader on this call, as you're building your team, and if you're an emerald or higher, you are a leader. So if you have one person signed under you, you are a leader in their eyes. So we need to make sure that we recognize that. But as a leader in this type of a business, you need to create duplicatable processes and systems in order for you to not get bogged down with too much work. For example, if we would not have created these documents, then each time each one of you signed on a new coach, you'd have to come to me or come to Beth or whoever your upline personally sponsored coach is in order to get this information and in order to know what to do. So that's the whole purpose of this. And as your team grows, you will be thankful that we have these things in place and that we utilize these. These can, I would say, until you grow your own team and you've basically sprouted off and you have hundreds of coaches below you, I'm going to ask you to stick to this format. And so I will always tell people when I send this to them that, this is a formatted email. This is to explain to you and show you the process we have for bringing a new coach on board. And basically you can, read through this on your own time. I'm not going to go too much into detail about it, but it goes over asking them, what kind of coach they want to be. So you're going to confirm with them that they understand. We basically categorize coaches into 3 different groups. Your discount coaches, your hobby coach, your career coach. Based on their answering their message back to you, that this is where you will determine what training you're going to give them, if any. So watch this video here. This is the onboarding video. So this introduces them to their coach online office. I highly recommend it, that if you haven't seen that, then make sure you're familiar with it so you know what's on that video. It goes over things that they need to do within the first week of being a coach. So then it goes down here and it tells them to add themselves or request to be a part of Team Stay True, the team page. And this is a good way, people, that you can gauge how this coach is as far as participating and being active in the coaching business. How quickly they get back to you on this, with this information in response to your email is a pretty good indicator as far as how excited they are for joining Stay True. So I say I kind of make this a must send to any new coach, whether they're discount, hobby, career. Just make it your own, of course, up here in this part, but at the same time, don't change it. Don't change the content of the email. So once you send out this first email to them, they'll get back to you. And if they're a discount coach, then there is an email to reply to them if they are a discount coach. I do encourage you, even if they are a discount coach, to ask them if they have anyone that they know that they've talked to about Shakeology, about any of our workout programs, and see if we can get any referrals from them. Okay, ask them for referrals. Say, hey, can you think of 5 people who may be interested, in drinking Shakeology or in joining our next group? And don't, walk them through that process just as you would any other coach. But I think it's important that we do, just kind of remind them and reach out to them every now and again and just say, hey, has anyone come to mind? Has anyone talked to you about Shakeology? Our neighbor, Todd, he had 210 points this past week. I believe that's what he had. And he had that because he's a discount coach primarily. However, he was talking to some people at work, and all of a sudden now they purchased Shakeology and a super sampler and, things like a challenge pack, a 22-minute hardcore challenge pack. So, even though they're a discount coach, don't treat them any different than you would any other coach. That we aren't categorizing them to treat them differently. We're doing that so that we know how much training that they need to be getting, and the effort that we need to put into making sure they're doing the training. So that's email 1. And then if you go back, email 2. So this is the email that you would send to a discount coach here. Like I said, we are not going to go into this much, but the email 2, career or hobby coach, this email is important because, again, this is going to tell them what to do as the first week as a coach. I'm sorry, that first video or the previous email, that was a different video. Sorry about that. So this is the one, that you want to be sure that they watch. Step 2 is a personality test. As much as we might kid each other and make fun of this, have people take the personality test. Make sure that they're doing that. It really does help understand how they are going to be approached, or how you can best approach them, how not to approach them, things. It'll help you understand how they're driven, and, you'll connect with people at a much better level. I know Dan and I, we are a prime example of that. If I can't see everyone who's on the call right now because it's all in a column on the side, but if Dan was on this call, or if Dan is on this call, I think he would vouch for this, that he and I, we had a little conflict at first as far as my leadership style and everything, because I didn't understand his personality type. I didn't understand that Dan's a yellow, and I wasn't making things fun. I'm a red. I just boom, 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 and it wasn't fun for him. So until I understood that and realized that through us both taking that personality test, then our relationship was able to grow closer and a ton better. So definitely be sure that you're having your coaches do the personality test. Then, you give them the screen names and everything like that, so that they have some guidance as far as understanding, part of their monthly fee is to keep these websites up and running and for their online office. So if people ever need an explanation as far as what is that what is a monthly fee for, then basically you have an answer here. You have access to the online training and all the resources that Beachbody has created for us as coaches to use online, such as all those videos that they make for us to share with people. That's what part of the monthly coach fees for. And those videos are always updated whenever we have new products, as you guys know. So that's part of what we pay for on that monthly fee. It also pays for the maintenance of our website. So $19.95 a month, or whatever it ends up coming out to be, $17.95 a month. $17.03 a month. I've been corrected. So, but that is, that's cheap. That's very inexpensive when you look at the price to maintain just one website. I think I pay $11.95 a month to have one of my other websites up and running. So that's definitely, for 3 of them, is very inexpensive. Talks about pulling out their calendar, marking this Thursday night on their calendar so that everyone is on this team call. It's crucial, guys. I've stressed this before, but I'm going to reiterate this, that if you want your team to grow and you're a leader and you have coaches underneath you and you're excited about this growth and be a part of Stay True and everything, then you need to be on these calls. People are watching you. Your coaches are watching you to see if you're on the calls. If you're not getting on the calls, they're not going to feel like it's a thing to get on the call. So definitely, if that hasn't been a priority for you in the past, try to attend these calls live. It shows a commitment. It shows that you're part of this team and that, you want your team to basically get grounded into Stay True. So talks about, looking around the files tab and Stay True and everything like this, and then gives them the important information as far as the phone contact list and all of that. So that's the majority of what we want people to see in, when they're coming on board as a coach. So that way everyone kind of has a blanket system as far as this is what you do. This is, let me stop the share. And, this is how we do things. Can you take his collar off? That's really annoying. We got a dog back here scratching his fleas and, but do you guys have any questions about those onboarding emails or any comments, concerns, thoughts, anything? Let's see.
I have a question.
Okay.
So when you do that personality test,
Uh-huh.
like I got my results back and I could see everything about me, but I don't know where to find results for like other people. Like if I have a coach who's a yellow, unless I know what that means, I don't really know what that yellow doesn't tell me much.
So what you can do is, I think if you go to that website, the Color Code website, because I get emails from them like every couple weeks, I'll get an email from them that they will give you descriptions of what a red is, what a yellow is. And the only way you're going to know what, a coach on your team is if they sent you the results like it instructs them to do in that email.
Okay.
So yeah, have them take it, see what their results are, have them forward you their results. And then that way you'll see their explanation too. If they forward you the full results, and I don't know if it's by luck or what, but most of the coaches that I've signed up, when they've taken that test and forwarded me those results, I see the whole deal. They just forward me the email that they received. So it'll give you an explanation.
Okay.
And there's some major points in there about each of the different colors. So don't read too deep into it. As long as you see that, some of the major points with the different colors, then I think you'll be good, or you'll have a good understanding as to, what they mean and everything. But
Okay.
yeah, did I answer your question?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. That was a good question. Anybody else have any questions about the onboarding emails? Going once, going twice.
I'll say one thing.
Okay, Beth has
Sorry,
something.
I'm trying to make Drennan some dinner real quick. When I just had someone the other day message me, she's been a hobby coach for probably 6 months, and she's like, hey, I want to know a little bit more about working this as a business. So I'm like, I'm sure I sent that email to her when she first signed up, but if people don't get back to me from the first email, then I don't send the second. So now I'm like, you know what? I'm going to resend you that first email and put you through. And when I messaged, or when I emailed her, I said, kind of like what Glenn said earlier, that this is the exact email that you could also copy and send to any coach that you sign up. And so now I'm just waiting to see if she gets back to me. And then I'll go, to the second email. But it is nice to just have these copied and saved. And I mean, don't be afraid to copy it and kind of make it your own, because I didn't look exactly at Glenn's, but I might change the wording a little bit, but overall, I'm sharing the same videos, or I share a video that I made myself, but
it has all the same content.
Yeah.
You can you can change the wording to make it sound like you, but don't change the content that's in there.
Yeah,
okay?
and you can make your own video too. I use Glenn's video that's like the whole overview of the back office, but then I use my own video that says, hey, welcome to the team. I want to talk about what kind of coach you are, the hobby or discount hobby or career coach. So
yeah. Okay.
I gotta flip the eggs.
What else? Anything else? What else were we going to say, Beth? I forget. I thought there was one more thing that I wanted to...
About the emails?
No. Okay. So if you guys don't have any more questions on this topic, then I want to show you something else. Okay. Let me get back to, give me 1 second here. That's not it. But, oh, by the way, did you guys see this? We've been using coaching codes, and I know you can't see my screen right now, but we've been using coaching codes to, give me a second. I'm trying to share my screen, and I can't find the stinking button, even though I've been using this app for years. Okay, so let's see. If we go to, all right, let's see. I'm trying to find this. I think this might be it. There is a new coach link generator. I couldn't think of the name of it, but this is going to be just like coaching codes, but Beachbody has recreated it where you would enter in your ID, your coach ID, and also your username right here, okay? And then once you hit submit, it will change all the different links that you have for challenge packs and everything else over to be for you. So we don't have to now take them outside of our online office to get this done. You know, it is going to be done through the online office now. So this is, I think, a definite upgrade to what existed. Now, I'm not taking anything away from Jason Diebold, who's our way upline, who created that coachingcodes.com. But you know, this is pretty key as you are able to direct people and keep them everything in one spot in your online office, as far as helping our new coaches. And even heck, if you've been a coach for years, I still use coaching codes every day or every other day, you know, when I need to send a link. So keep that in mind, pass that on, you know, to your people. If you have Canadian coaches, you can go here, click on this, and it'll take you to the Canadian price list and everything. So, you know, keep that in mind too. If you do have someone from Canada order, you need to make sure that you're sending them the Canadian pricing, not the US price list. But I thought that was a nice feature as well. And then in the emails, let me get back to that. I received a review of my account from 2015, and here it is. All right, so I received this review. This is your 2015 year in review report. So the cool thing about this, guys, is you can look through it. You can see it gives you an idea of your total team volume, success club points that you earned. There's some numbers in here, me being a red in the numbers. Courtney, you'll appreciate this, I believe. When you look at this, you know, this stuff is kind of like, the only thing I care about right on this first blue part is this number here, 359,000 team volume points. I mentioned publicly to you guys before, I want this number to double this year. That's one of my goals for us as a team, is to basically double this number. So I'd like to see closer to, you know, 700,000 volume points come through our business centers. It says you have, let's see. So see, I see this, and I never really knew this, that currently I have 13 customers on Shakeology Home Direct, which to me, I was shocked at that number. It just seemed kind of, I guess I thought it was a little low, but you know, it keeps track of how many people are on Shakeology Home Direct. Here's a key number, guys. This is a big deal, okay? The average number of months your customers stayed on Shakeology in 2015, 4 months, okay? Now, we always talk about discount coaches, right? So as we scroll down here and we look at coaches, let's see. I'm going to scroll down and find it, and then, oh, here it is. It's right here in front of me. The average number of months your personally sponsored coaches stayed on Shakeology in 2015 7 months. Okay. So you see the difference between how many months, and these are my numbers. All right. So your numbers could be different, but what this would lead me or guide me to do is that I want to sign my customers up as coaches, even if it's a discount coach, because, okay, I'm giving up that $30 in the commissions. However, if somebody's only going to buy it for 4 months, 4 times 30, whatever, that comes out to be, I don't know. I can't do the math that quick in my head. So somebody else is probably like 120. Beth just chimed in for me. So, 120, but now, I don't make the commissions on this when they sign up as a coach. However, I make the cycle bonuses and everything like that. So, it's not, and not only that, but then I also can work through my personally sponsored coaches and encourage them to reach out to their friends, their family. Again, going back to the whole referrals thing, I'm going to do a team call probably the week we get back from the cruise on referrals and asking people for referrals, because it's something that I know I personally don't do enough. A good friend of mine who's mentoring me right now, he's really targeting me and saying, dude, you need to ask for referrals. People will give you referrals. You just need to ask, and the way you prep it and prime it is key, and asking for those referrals. So I'm going to be looking at this number is huge in my mind. I mean, that is what more than doubles the time that they drink Shakeology, or almost doubles the time that they drink Shakeology.
Yeah, mine was 3. My customers were 3 months, and my discount coaches were 8 months.
See, there you go. And how many people did she have?
What?
She currently has 14 people, or 14 customers on Shakeology Home Direct. So those are huge numbers. I hope that those numbers make sense to you. If you need it, I don't know how I can make this, fun for the yellows to understand, but, let's see okay. If you're having a party once a month, would you rather have a party and have those people come over 4 times, 4 months in a row, or would you rather have a party and have those people show up 7 times, right? So that's for my yellows, so that they can understand the importance and how fun it can be to have people as Shakeology Home Direct customers longer. Sorry, that was pretty lame, I know, but that's me. So
take it off the share.
Yeah, let me get off share here. Okay, does anyone have any questions about that, or does anyone not understand the importance of, if you've had a customer who is on Shakeology Home Direct and they've been on that for 1 or 2 months, does anyone have any doubt that you should present the discount opportunity to them? I'm going to unmute everybody here just in case people that are calling in are trying to say something or want to say something. So give me 1 second. All right, I just unmuted everybody. So if you're in an extremely loud environment, you can mute yourself on your phone or on your computer. But does anyone have any questions? Anyone that's calling in? Who is calling in from 336-317-0952?
That's Crystal, me.
Oh, hey, Crystal. Okay.
Hi.
Isn't that like a North Carolina number?
Yeah, 336.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Awesome.
We used to live there,
Yeah.
so we're like, oh, that's cool.
I think I don't totally remember, but I think I'm yellow as well. And I was just trying to think of some other metaphors for you. I was thinking that it means someone else is going to be seeing life-changing results for 7 months instead of 4 months.
Well, there you go. That's a good way of putting it.
That's a blue too. That's a blue.
Okay.
Right,
I
putting
don't
the feeling behind it. Okay, well, I wanted to hit on those couple things. I thought that email of the year in review, that's the first time they've ever done that. So I thought that was pretty cool. I'm hoping that most all of you have received that email. unless you're a brand new coach, or I don't know when the cutoff was to when they ran that report, or if you had to be a coach for all of 2015. I'm not exactly sure, but it is some very helpful information just to look at that and analyze the numbers and say, okay, that's why it makes sense to have people sign up as a discount coach. But all right, so I'm about done talking, guys. Do you guys have any other comments, concerns, questions, ideas, thoughts? Anything?
Hopefully you guys will buy 22-minute hardcore.
What's that, John?
Hopefully these guys will buy 22-minute hardcore and quit being lazy and get off their butts. We have a ERT coming up soon, so that's our semi-annual fitness test. I think that might motivate some of them.
Right.
You know?
We'll use that as leverage. So if you guys don't know John, he's a new coach of ours. He's in the Navy and he's stationed out in beautiful California.
Awesome.
And so he's been talking to a lot of the guys on his Navy ship and everything like that, trying to get them to join in on the challenge group with the 22-minute hardcore. And it's just kind of been, like he said, a struggle to get their lazy butts into gear. But that's something that we'll keep working on with you, John. Did somebody else started talking right at the same time as John? Who was that?
All right.
That was me. I just had a quick question. I'm not sure where you went to get the coach link generator. Where did you go to get that page?
Right now, it was in the breaking news column in the right-hand side when you log into your online office.
Okay.
You'll see the breaking news. That's where it's located right now. I'm sorry, I did not dig into it to see exactly how to navigate to it.
Might it into the FAQs.
FAQ.
I wonder if it'll come up. I hadn't even seen that yet, so.
Okay.
Yeah. If you put it in the FAQs, then you'll be able to find it.
If you click under sales and marketing on business tools, you can find it in there too.
Okay, so there you go.
Yeah.
So sales and marketing, business tools, and it'll be right in there for us. So that's your answer, Deb.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, John.
Oh yeah.
He's got my back. See?
Always.
All right, guys. Well, if that's it, then we're going to end the call. I appreciate you guys for jumping on. And Beth and I will be cruising this week. So, we're still having a Stay True call. Dan is going to lead it. And the topic is going to be on
The app.
the app, all about the app.
Hey, Beth. Beth,
Yes.
can you make sure you tell Carl to put his sunblock on? I don't want him to burn.
As much as
I'm
you
gonna
remind
write.
him.
I'm gonna write Beto in sunblock on the back.
The big heart.
My heart.
Forever.
Take lots of pictures.
Why does he?
We will,
Yeah,
yeah.
we'll take pictures, and we're gonna.
We
We
paid
bought
for the
Wi-Fi,
internet.
so it works, and we can, communicate with you guys. Our phones will be off, but we'll communicate through Facebook. So.
Yeah, so if you guys need us, Facebook message us. Beth is going to have her phone have Facebook all the time. So if it's something urgent, Facebook message Beth. If it's something that is not really that urgent, then and you want to message me, then I'll probably be checking my stuff in the evening and early morning. So.
Well, have fun.
All
Thank
right.
you.
When are you guys leaving? Are you leaving tomorrow?
We leave on Saturday morning.
Saturday morning.
Yeah, Saturday early morning. We have to leave our house at 5.
I don't want to hear it.
I know.
You get
By 2 o'clock we should be on the boat.
We'll have fun.
Go outside.
All right, guys. We'll see you
All right.
later. Take care.
Thanks for getting on.
Bye.
Thank you.